to do. I don't really listen to anyone's music as often as I listen to his. And it's been that way probably for the past 6 years. Daily. Something that he created, I listen to it. Even if it's just for a few moments. He was special. I say that because I'd always searched for that sort of feeling that he was able to get. I can't tell you how much or how many hours I spent making music, attempting to dial in and get that feeling. But running, I don't know, just resonated with me because it was like, that's the feeling I want to get. But I couldn't get it. Clearly he was gifted and I couldn't get it. So I just celebrated the person who could. I wasn't angry. I was just like, man, that is so, of course it motivated me to keep going, but I was just like, wow. And the first Slum Village album, fantastic, just life-changing. So from that point forward, I would check for him as often as I could. But I'll tell you the one thing that really stood out to me was his inner ear. A lot of the greats have just a wonderful ear. A lot of the greats have a wonderful ear. They can hear something and it's like, oh yeah, that was, when you'll find out, it's like, oh, that was great. But his inner ear, for him to be able to hear beyond what we hear, pull it out, he heard things we didn't hear. His method of digging inside of a record and getting that hidden piece that maybe the musicians that knew made it, that made it knew was there. But the normal listener, you and I, might have overlooked it. But he was able to dial in the grooves and to take pieces and make you zero in on the part that you would have probably overlooked for the majority of your life. His inner ear, just gifted and special.
You're talking about the art of sampling, right?
The art of sampling, the art of taking a few seconds and building around it and making you zero in on that few seconds and making you understand and realize how beautiful it was, how complete it was, how it wasn't just 2 bars, how it wasn't just 4 bars, how within those 2 bars, it was just intricate, it was lush, it was full of life, things that you might have overlooked as just being, oh, that's just repetitive. He was able to build and pull things out. I don't know how he did it. He was gifted. I don't know how he did it. Special. I celebrate J Dilla day every day. His music is always, it's in my phone, it's in my home. I talk about him every week. Artistically, he's that one for our generation. In this genre of music and in most genres of music, he was able to just zero in on that emotion. So I don't necessarily need a month. I love it when the rest of the world zeroes in on it. I think it's so cool. But I listen to his music often. More than my own, so much more than my own. I never listen to my music, but I always listen to his.